So Pius,
Yep.
now you're a single parent.
Oh dear.
Yes. We all know.
Yeah.
We don't know God's time.
And loving it, enjoying it.
Yes.
Enjoying it.
Yeah. And we know that we don't know God's time. How do we prepare as a single parent?
Yeah.
Either you're divorced or you've lost your partner.
Yeah.
So moving on, because our main purpose is our children and making sure that they're okay. So how would you advise a single parent or a new single parent?
Thank you. And you know, once it hit me that I have Pius, you're a single parent with 5 kids. Let me add 5 kids. It's quite a portfolio.
True.
The one thing that I was very clear in my mind, you know, I'm going to enjoy this. So I'm just encouraging single parents out there. Make sure you enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's a season to enjoy it. Have fun. Have fun. And don't live your life like you're waiting for someone else to come and complete you. You know, have fun. I've gotten so much joy from my children.
Amazing.
And some people thought, you know, Pius being left with 5 kids was a problem. But from the inside, Pius with 5 kids is actually helping him to handle this better. There's just so much love in the house, so much sharing, so much. We are so busy with many activities, and we love it. So if I was alone, I think I would have really struggled.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd say the first thing I want to shout is to give a big shout out there to all single parents. I know it's a lot of hard work, and I'm not trying to trivialize it. It requires you to be a lot more intentional as a parent. It requires you to be, you're covering so much ground for so many people in the house. But I would never take the fun out of it.
That's good.
Have fun. Have fun. Second thing that I realized when this happened was, wow, my kids now have one parent.
Yes.
And it started hitting home, by the way, given that I'm also not immortal. What if I left? What if the only parent also dies?
Yeah.
What would happen to the children? And these are conversations that also I have to have with my children, especially the elder ones. And then it started really hitting home, given what we do here at Nabo Capital Financial Redemptions. Have we really thought about single parents?
Yes.
And how can we assist single parents? And the process is not any different. Like when you are helping 2 couples to prepare for the loss of a breadwinner or the potential loss of a breadwinner. The process is not any different. The only thing that you really need to think about here is that it must be done. When you are 2, you have cushion.
Yes.
That one can remain behind and can put up a fight for the kids.
Yeah.
But when you're alone, then you need to move on a higher gear.
Yeah.
You need to be a lot more deliberate. You have very little time to waste to do this, because nobody knows the time, nor the day, nor the hour.
That's true.
So I started pondering over this. I'm like, okay. So what if Pius is not here? What would that mean? It would mean if I don't prepare for this, it will mean my family is broken apart, because who can take 5 kids in one go.
Yeah.
It's not to say that it's impossible, but
Yes.
it's possible. Family can be broken apart. It
Wow.
means kids may be exposed to their worst possible that life can deliver, including living on the streets.
Scary.
Including living on the streets. It can mean my kids never go to school again because there is nobody fighting from their corner. Because everybody, including your brothers and your sisters, the help that they bring is really out of their good hearts.
Yeah,
And no one can force it upon them. And in this world, again, there's even our own siblings, parents are also going through their own struggles. They are also on this journey of financial redemption. So you've only compounded their problem by leaving behind children. Or one of the stories I had recently is a lady who the sister left behind two kids, and she was annoyed at the sister, as in, you just left me 2 kids. And
wow. Difficult.
the sister was gone.
Yeah.
Like, man, you left me in this situation. I didn't plan for it, and here I am. So, yeah, that kind of, you also want to protect your brothers, your sisters,
Yes,
your parents from overburdening them. So, same thing, we need to make sure that your kids never miss food, water, and shelter.
Yeah.
You must set up the right portfolio for them, and this is a lifestyle portfolio. That is the basic foundation. Even if they don't go to school, please, your kids should never go to the streets. Even if they don't say this is our home, at least your kids should have a roof on top of their. They should be, NABO can be able to pay rent for them. NABO can be able to pay for their living expenses. NABO, through a beneficiary, through someone that you've identified, can be able to take care of those expenses without going into their own pockets.
Okay, so it puts in mind in my head, like, when we are here now as a single parent, we think about trusts for our children. Who's going to run that trust? So NABO can actually even be able to come in there and a will for your children as well. Because it's one of the things that we never want to talk about death. It's a very difficult topic to have. So when you're thinking about a trust, and you're thinking, you can have somebody who can run that, but there's money that the kids will always have. And NABO can be able to control that.
Exactly.
You know,
and because, and one of the things we do is to sign very deliberate agreements with our clients. So you'll tell us, if this happens, this is what I would want this portfolio to do for my children.
Okay.
So we will stick to that mandate, regardless of who we execute it through.
Yes.
So it is important that you have an agreement with NABO Capital.
Yes.
Number 2, it is important that you appoint someone who is trustworthy in your absence, can execute your wishes. And here I'm not talking about a will. You get the spirit of the mandate.
Yes.
Okay, on behalf of your children, and up to what age? Okay, and so it's important that you set in place an education portfolio so that your kids can go to school, the same school if possible, that they go to until they finish, and they go to university. We had an incident in 2006 when we lost one of our colleagues. And it was such a sudden event, sudden loss. And when we came back from the funeral, there were some benefits that he had left behind. And he had said, he had guided us through the beneficiary form. on how we should divide those benefits between his wife, his mom, and his 2 children. And when we sat back as a team and say, we are an investment team, how do we help this colleague of ours?
Yeah.
The old woman back in Budalangi, we thought if we send this money to her, people will come and kill her. That is one possibility.
Yes.
2, how long will this money survive?
Wow.
So we called them, the whole family, and he said, guys, this is our proposal. The wife, to our colleague, she's of age, she can qualify to take the money and do whatever she needs to take care of immediate things. So I remember, I think she took the money and bought a house. At least they were stable from that point, from a house point of view. Then he said, for the old lady, and the 2 children who are minors, will set up trusts for them. So he set up trusts for the 3, and they agreed. And that was 2006. Those trusts have educated those children. One was in nursery, and now is finishing high school.
Wow.
And they've never touched the money that was left behind by the dad.
Wow.
It's only the income that we've been using to educate them.
Yes.
Pay school fees, pay for their shopping, and all that. They literally became part of our family because we are now involved in one way or the other in raising them up. And for me, the satisfaction is, it's like as if our colleague is still alive.
Yes.
You know, the son is already a major, but guess what? The portfolio is still here with us because it has continued to service them. It has continued to serve them. And for me, this is the power of investing with purpose. I remember sitting down when this young man was like standard 4 or grade 4 in today's terms, I think, which college is this guy likely to go to? I said, Strathmore. Which university is this guy likely to go to? Nairobi University. What is the fees today? What is the inflation rate? How much is it likely to cost us 10 years from now?
Yes.
And we projected all this, and then we invested the money accordingly.
Wow.
And it's a beautiful story.
That's an amazing story. That's actually true legacy because he's not here with us.
He's not here with us.
But his children.
Yes.
Wow.
But now, the wife, who is now a single parent and a good friend to me, and all of us, she has had an amazing time to bring up these children without having to worry about some of these things. Because we put up, the only thing, the magic or the miracle was not the money. It was the plan. It was the plan. It was the plan. And then I started asking myself, why do we have to do this when someone has died? Why don't we do it for people who are still alive? And that is what investing in purpose is all about.
Yes.
So even for this single parent, you need to ask yourself these questions that start with, what if?
Yes.
What if I am not there? What if I lose my job and I'm the only single parent? What if my business collapses and I'm the only single parent? What if this or that would happen? How will my family be impacted, and how can I make sure that we minimize or eliminate such an impact? So we have to go through this path of investing with purpose, starting from the most basic portfolio all the way to ensuring they achieve financial redemption. And eventually, they even are like, if it happens,
yes,
they will be okay.
They will be fine.
They will be fine. And that is where we want to hold your hand.
Wow.
Single parent. So any single parent who is listening to me, if you don't have a plan of what if you're not there, I invite you, come, speak to us. Make sure you don't live any other day without a plan of a scenario where you're not there. It's not about how much you earn. It's not about how much you have. It's about having a plan and starting to walk through that plan. I have learned it's God who provides. I have so many clients, almost all our clients, whatever plan we created for them, within 3 to 4 years, they're always like, I never thought there is so much money that passes through my hands. They've been all ahead of their targets. All ahead of their targets. And it's not because we make super returns, abnormal returns. It's because, first and foremost, they underestimated how much money passes through their hands.
Yeah.
But now they have a plan. Once you have a plan, your mind starts figuring out how to fulfill the plan, how to achieve the plan, how to accomplish the mission. So this is from one single parent to another single parent. Make sure you have a plan.